Joining me now, a prospect of the Vancouver Canucks. He is Prince George Cougars netminder, Ty Young. That's going to sound pretty good. Hey, Ty, a draft pick in 2022. Let's go back to draft day on July the 8th. Tell me a little bit about where you were, who you were with, and what the moment was like when you heard the Vancouver Canucks call your name.
Yeah, so I was just kind of out camping for the weekend, just on like a golf course. Just trying to get like my mind off things a little stressed over the day. But I was just with family and friends out there. We were kind of out on the golf course having the draft on. We were kind of listening in between shots and stuff. So we just kind of came off the green, and then I saw that my name was picked, and was getting a call from my agent. And it was just a surreal feeling to kind of be there with our family and friends, and just everybody like pretty proud of me. So it was just a pretty cool feeling.
You're an Alberta boy. You play your junior hockey in BC. What's it like to be kind of a prospect of a Western Canadian team?
Yeah, it's awesome. Going to be really exciting going into next year with kind of playing in a BC team with the Canucks there. So it'll be really cool to kind of have the fans there supporting me with that stuff. And I think like my billet family even is their favorite team's the Canucks. So yeah, it's just a really kind of cool feeling for that. Yeah.
Tell you what, it was a pretty quick introduction to the organization for yourself, wasn't it? You went down to Vancouver for development camp and got to skate with, a bunch of the prospects, some guys from the Western League as well. What was that experience like for you? And, what did you take away from the few days you spent out at UBC?
Yeah, it was awesome. We kind of quick turnaround, got drafted on the Friday and then flew out Saturday morning. So it was pretty fast turnaround, got out there, was able to kind of go on the ice with Ian Clark right away, the goalie coach, and a few other kind of drafted and invited goalies there. And it was just awesome kind of experience to go through. Like a really, really good goalie coach there. And obviously he's been through a lot with kind of coaching, has a pretty good resume for coaching and stuff. So obviously just kind of soak in all his information and tips for that stuff. And then just talking to like all the other guys that are invited there / drafted there. So it was just a really kind of cool experience and really awesome week.
What does it mean, do you think, to the Prince George Cougars to have both of their goaltenders drafted in the same draft?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Obviously, it was kind of some few good goalies for the past few years with Gauthier there and stuff too. He signed with the Penguins this year, and then with Brennan, and then now myself it's pretty cool experience to kind of go through that, talk to all those guys, and kind of learn from each other with things like that. So this year was really exciting that we both got drafted. We were really pumped for each other, and very happy for him too. So it was awesome.
Tell you what, it was kind of a case of a space being created for you again in Prince George with Gauthier moving on just before the trade deadline last year. But you go back to Prince George, you play the second half, your team gets into the playoffs for the first time in 5 years, and some buzz in the community about the Cougars, no question about it. But off the ice and maybe even on it as well, how have you kind of developed a relationship with a guy like Tyler Brennan, and what's it like to have that kind of 1-2 punch now going forward into next season?
Yeah, no, I think it'll be awesome for our team. Kind of off the ice and stuff, just talking to him. We talk all the time. We're with each other in the gym and stuff, so we're learning lots from each other. We're always kind of going through the experience together. Obviously, he was pretty highly ranked, so I kind of got to watch him a bit more and kind of just watch what he does in practice, learn from it from last year a bit too, because he was off with Team Canada and stuff anyway, but still got to kind of learn from him at the start. And even coming in this year, I was obviously just watching him in practice, seeing his practice habits and stuff, and kind of putting that in my game. But it was just really kind of cool that we both got drafted. And yeah.
There's going to be a lot of attention on you guys this year too. A couple of pretty high-profile forwards on your team eligible for next year's draft. And, you look at your guys' roster now, you're all a little bit older. You brought in a few veterans already during the off season here. I mean, how excited are you guys to get the season going in Prince George?
Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome here. Obviously, we got some really good young talent with like Zemer and Hyde. They're kind of coming into their draft year this year. So I think they're going to have a few chips on their shoulder to kind of put up some numbers this year. And then also just kind of everybody else. Like we got Samson who's already drafted, and we got a lot of like good young players, and now we're kind of getting older, and I think we got a bit more experience from last year. And I think it's going to be a really exciting year in PG this year.
Last one for you, Ty. As we speak right now, it's late July, and we're plus minus a month away from the start of camps, both at the WHL and at the NHL level. As you kind of continue your workout and skating regimen, goaltending work regimen here in the summertime, I know you've been recently kind of helping out coaching at camps and stuff like that. But when you look at your own work, what are some of the things that you're trying to fine tune and work on your own game as you kind of get ready for next year?
Yeah, I think it's just the kind of strongest part I'm really focusing on right now is just my skating. Trying to kind of get faster feet on the ice and kind of keep up with the pace a lot more, especially kind of you go into NHL camps and stuff and NHL games. It's obviously a lot faster. So you got to kind of keep your feet up, keep the pace up in your game. So I think that's kind of like the biggest thing right now is just kind of get a little bit faster, just kind of fine tuning the mechanical side of the game.